What's going on, you guys? This is your boy, Scotty by Nature TV, and we are here for, there we go. We're here for a brand new episode of Yes for the Mess, where we talk about celebrity gossip, hot topics, and all things reality TV based. I hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful Monday, and I intend on doing the exact same thing. What is going on, you guys? Okay, what is going on, you guys? It's been a minute since I went live. It ain't really been nothing going on. Really the only time I've really been going live is to do my LAMH stuff. Really, that's really the only time I've been going live. But it ain't really been that much going on. But I've decided that I'm just gonna go live today, do a little something. It's like maybe 4 stories that I wanted to talk about, and I felt like they were, important enough to really be talking about, honestly. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I felt about that. Now, before we get into anything else, let me let you guys know what we got coming up on this platform. Um on Wednesday, be sure to tune in to Roast the Review. It will be over on Giving You the Real Teas platform, you guys. So make sure you guys tune into that. I think we'll be talking about LAMH on Roast the Review this week. So make sure you guys tune in, to get into all of the things when it comes down to it. You know what I'm saying? So yes, be sure to tune in to see me, T, and JoJo talk about the things. Thursday, we'll be doing the Chasing panel, okay, as we always do every Thursday. But for those of you that watch the Chasing panel, I'm going to let you guys know ahead of time that Jeremy will not be there this week nor next week, okay? He will not be there this week nor next week because he has other things going on right now. He already let me know, informed me earlier today. But however, I think I've talked to Bando today, and he said that he would do it long as work don't get in the way. So as far as you may, so you may just see me, Jamar, Carl, Tremel, and T up there, and then you may see Bando sit in for Jeremy while he's gone. So make sure you guys tune in for all of that. All right. So with that being said, that's pretty much all that we got for the church announcements. So we're going to go ahead and get into the mess. Right about now, we got 49 people in the building so far. And you guys already know with every live that I do, the goal is to hit 100 plus every live. All right. So with that being said, this story is more so of a viral thing. It's not necessarily like a blog story, even though I got it from the neighborhood talk. But however, I saw this a couple of days ago, and I felt like we needed to discuss this just to set the tone and before we get into anything else. So let's go ahead and get into this. I want to put this up here, and I want you guys to see. Now, this is a young woman. She says that she accepts the fact that she is ugly and says that her mother was the only person to ever tell her that she was beautiful. And she says that she gets inboxes from Black men all the time that say that she's ugly for a Black woman. We're going to get into that first, and then we're going to move on to what we're really here for. Let's get into it, y'all.
They're right. I am ugly. I finally come to realize that the only person in the world that said that I was beautiful was my mother. I never forget it. I was young. And she said, I know y'all think my daughter's ugly, but my daughter is beautiful. I get inboxes from Black men says I'm ugly for a Black woman. I was with a woman for 14 years, told her every day she was beautiful. She never said once I was beautiful. Not even my dad said I look nice. So I come to accept the fact that I'm ugly and I never will be beautiful. That's why when the girls talk to me, they don't even like sleeping with me. I mean, I see the look on their faces. Even when I try to walk up to them, they'll give me this look. I know I'm ugly. I accept the fact that, Dad, you don't think nobody like me. You like those pretty studs, I get that. I'm ugly. And I accept that. So I'm not going to lie and say I'm fabulous to go because I'm not that. I'm not that. I would never be that. Like I said, the only person in the world that told me I was beautiful is my mother. You guys never said that. And the thing about it is, you guys are lucky. You got people walk up to you, damn, you fine. You go. I'll never get that. I'll never get that. I never will. I'm an ugly Black woman, and I accept that. Take care. You guys are.
So that was the Black lady that stated that she knew that she was ugly. She gets inboxes all the time from different men that tells her that she's ugly, and she actually believes it. And she says that she's lucky. A lot of people are lucky to have people come up to them all the time and say, damn, you fine, all this other stuff. And honestly, you guys, that really did something to me. um Only because we have been conditioned to believe what other people think of us is to be true. You know what I mean? Like, I can honestly say that it took my friend, one of my good friends, to tell me, why do you think that you're ugly? Why do you think, you know? And that's mainly because when I first came out the closet or whatever, when I first came out and I started, going around, like, going to different, gay functions because it wasn't something that I was used to, right? And so I would go with my friend and I would go with my cousin Reggie, that you all know. It will be the three of us. We will always go to these different functions with all these different gay people and things like that. I was already not that confident in myself anyway. So when I would go, it would always be these effeminate guys that would always call me ugly. They would always say I was ugly. They would always say I look like a turtle. They would say that I look sick. I'm extra skinny because I was like real skinny back then. I've always been like a thin guy, but back then I was really skinny and all the other stuff. So you look like a stick figure. You're ugly. Don't nobody want you. Why the fuck you here? Blah 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 blah. And going into like in my early to like mid 20s, I believed that I was ugly. Like I definitely believed that shit. Like I believed that I was ugly. Whenever a guy would want to talk to me and a guy would tell me that I was handsome, or some guys would tell me that I was pretty, you know, I would not believe it. I would always be very surprised when guys would literally come up to me and tell me how nice looking I was or how handsome I was. I never would believe it. And I remember my friend telling me, Scotty, you are handsome. Why do you think you ugly? And I was like, the gays always tell me how ugly I am. And then I started, when I started YouTube, and there would be gay guys in my comments calling me ugly all the time. Like they would always tell me how ugly I was and how I wasn't presentable and things like that. And it started the low self-esteem, and it also started the dislike from my own community. It all started that because when it came to me, it was never anything nice. It was never anything positive. They always tore me down. But what was so crazy about it was all these guys that would sit there and tell me how ugly I was, at the same point in time, all the men that they wanted was on me all the time. They was on me all the time, even today. Josiah would always look at me and say, you be getting all this like when me and Josiah be going to the clubs and stuff like that, I don't be paying these guys no mind. I really don't, because y'all already know I'm already got my eyes on only one person, and everybody knows who that is. But I don't be paying these guys no mind. They be giving me attention, it's nice, whatever. But I don't be paying them no mind. And JoJo be like, you be pulling them. Like I don't know what you be doing, but you be pulling them. But you are a handsome guy. Like Josiah always tell me that I'm a handsome guy all the time, and I'll be like, you know what I'm saying? Really? You know what I'm saying? So a lot of the times, we are conditioned to believe that because that's what people have always told us. They've always told us that we were ugly. Like, I know she wouldn't mind me saying this, but when you guys look at my mom on pictures and you guys be calling my mom beautiful, y'all say how pretty she is. All my mother's life, even her own family members, they would always tell her how ugly she was. She didn't believe that she was pretty. Like when she was reading the comments, one time when I posted her on my YouTube community wall, a lot of y'all was saying how beautiful she was. And she was like, I can't believe they saying that. I always thought I was ugly. Like, and I was like, why would you say that? Like, mama, you not ugly. Like, no. So we are conditioned to believe those things because that's what people would always tell us, and that's what people would say to us to bring us down all the time. Like that's exactly what they would say and do to bring us down. They would absolutely say those things to make us feel like we were absolutely not attractive in the least bit, and that's exactly how they would make me feel when it came down to it. Like these gay guys and stuff like that, they would always call me ugly all the time. And I remember one time, I think it was one of those times where I was having drinks with Bando one time, and I think I mentioned it once before. I was talking about how I never felt like I was handsome. and stuff like that, because that's what the gays would say. They would always say that I was ugly. And then he was like, why would you say that? So, when I never needed any validation from nobody to make me feel like I was good on the eyes and things like that. I never needed any of that. But it was I would be I would be lying if I said that it wasn't nice for a person to let me know that they felt like I was a handsome guy. And even now, sometimes I look at myself and I be like, Scotty, you got beautiful skin and you got nice eyebrows. You keep yourself up. You always dress nice. So why in the hell would you think that you ugly? So for that lady that made that video, I just want to let you know that um never take anybody else's insecurities and project them onto yourself. Because a lot of these times these people calling you ugly because they ain't you. There's so many gays out there that do this to people like myself all the time. They call me ugly, but they man want to talk to me. They call me ugly, but the man they want to talk to is all up on me. Hell, a lot of people a lot of people like the man that I talk to right now. And guess what? It's met with negative comments. Like, I wished him a happy birthday just the other day on Instagram, and somebody was like, man, no, don't never post you. Yes, he does. He posts me on his stories quite a bit. What are you talking about? Or even today, I read some comment under my YouTube community wall about him when I posted him for his birthday, and somebody came up under there with negative comments. Like, people would say and do stuff just to take you off your square and just to make you feel bad about what you're doing, who you talking to, or how you look. They would do that. So that's my advice to her. Never allow nobody in their own insecurities to make you feel down about yourself, because everybody's beautiful to somebody. And at the end of the day, be beautiful for yourself. I mean, tell yourself that you're beautiful. Look in the mirror at yourself and see what God sees in you. Like, that's what I had to do. Because regardless of how many times so many people call me ugly, and no matter how many times I sat there and I took it and I believed it, I had to look into myself and realize, bitch, you are not ugly. The people that's calling you ugly are the people that wishes to be you, or wishes to pull the niggas that you pull. And that's really the truth about it all. So look in that mirror, girl, and say and tell yourself that you're pretty. But when you tell yourself that you're pretty, and when you tell yourself that you are beautiful and all those good things, you gotta believe it when you say it. And once you believe it when you say it, it won't even matter what nobody else got to say about you at all. Because I had to learn that. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. So I had to start it off with that. So we're gonna start the stories off with Method Man. So um Method Man performed at Summer Jam with Red Man or whatever. And this is what he said on the comments. He says that he's never gonna perform at Summer Jam again because the crowd was too young. Okay. So he says, this is not our crowd at all. Thanks again, New York and the whole tri-state that showed up to the event, plus Pete and Ebro. I got love for you guys, but never again. At this point, the generation gap is just too wide for me. Hashtag never coming back. Okay. And I absolutely don't blame Method Man for feeling this way about Summer Jam. Summer Jam, as we know it, is not the same Summer Jam as it was when we were growing up. When I was growing up, I don't live in New York. I live in New York. I mean, I live in Mississippi. I live down south. So we don't have Summer Jam festivals and things like that around here like that. So um the lineups are not what we, as myself, you know, 80s babies and 90s babies grew up with, like there was a time where there would be a Summer Jam and the lineup would consist of people like Method Man and Mary J. Blige and Heavy D and Tupac and Notorious B.I.G., Monica, Brandy, Aaliyah, TLC, Montel Jordan, different people from the 90s. that we all loved and adored and enjoyed. You know what I mean? And nowadays, when if you go to a summer jam, you are liable to see people like Sexyy Red. I don't want to see her. You're liable to see people like Ice Spice. I don't want to see her. You liable to see people like Drake if he feels like doing it, or some people like that. We have to realize that the people that put out music now are not our audience anymore. This is the reason why I don't listen to the radio. I can't tell you half the songs on the radio. There may be one or two songs or so every other week or every other month rather that I listen to. I would rather listen to my dear friend like Tremel, who makes great R&B music. I'd rather listen to his stuff. I'd rather listen to Carl's stuff because he makes music that I used to like Trina's music. I'd rather listen to that. You know, there's only a handful of artists that I really, really enjoy that's out today. I love Megan Thee Stallion. I love her. You know, even the K Michelle's of the world, they're no longer this demographic anymore. You know, she's going over to doing country music now. So when you got an artist like Method Man and his caliber, they're not gonna fit in with this type of crowd. You know, they're not gonna know him. They're not gonna know his music. They're not gonna vibe to his shit. Like, I think that a person like Method Man should be performing at something like an Essence Festival or something like that. Like, that's what I think he should be doing. He should be at the Essence Festival. He should be doing things like that. And like I said before, like I see nothing wrong with knowing what your audience is and knowing that that they're not here for you like that. Like, you got to go and do concerts with, you know, because he's a legacy act at this point. He's a legacy act now, and it sucks, but today's music is really not what we grew up on and the music that we really like. I find myself, you know, looking down on a lot of the music that my brother listens to now, even though my brother does, you know, find a lot of old school gems because my brother grew up with me and listening to the stuff that I listen to. You know, he, you know, did that. Like, he listened to a lot of the shit that I did, you know, that I listened to. Like, he'll hear me play a song like, I think it was Drew Hill, These Are the Times or something like that. And I was listening to that song. He say, hey, send me that song. Like, he'll find, you know, he'll hear me play something, and if he never heard it before, he'll go and listen to it. Like, my brother listens to Escape, he listens to SWV, he listens to Brownstone. Like, I was like shook when I came to my brother's job one day and I heard them playing 5 Miles to Empty by Brownstone. But what's crazy was it came off of his phone. They were playing his playlist. So I can honestly say that I can honestly say that my brother is taking a lot of the stuff that I'm listening to and applying it for himself and listening to it. So I can honestly say that I have, you know, done that. So yes, I don't blame Method Man for not wanting to, you know, perform with the likes of a Sexyy Red or Ice Spice or anybody like that. This generation would never pretty much um they would never appreciate the music from a damn Method Man. They would never appreciate that ever in life. They would never understand how cool Method Man was. They would never appreciate that. So yeah, most definitely. Absolutely not. So I don't blame Method Man. He, you know, that's just what it is. That's not his caliber. Well, not his caliber, but that's not his audience anymore. And that's just what it is. So we're gonna move on to the next topic. And the next topic is none other than Sexyy Red. Okay. So Sexyy Red, one of the most disgusting, non-talented rappers that's out right now that I would never ever respect or appreciate. Although I do like Ski. You know, I remember me and Bendo were dancing together to that song one time at a club. But that's the only song I like. But other than that, she's been under fire as of lately because she's been out here endorsing endorsing Trump or whatever. So that was at the concert. You know, the fans of Sexyy Red, they called her out for her Make America Sexy hat again and things like that. And somebody said, look at that MAGA hat that she has on stage, right? So then after they put her out there, it was like Sexyy Red, and the red is for Republican. Okay, so here we go. Sexyy Red said, "It's Sexyy Red for president. I'm my own candidate. I'm not endorsing anybody, period." Okay. So then we're gonna go ahead and get into what the Breakfast Club had to say about Sexyy Red and what she said about, running, going for Trump. Let's listen to that. Let's get into it, y'all.
Yeah, they support him in the hood. Cause at first I don't think people was with him like they thought he was racist, saying little and against women. But once he started getting black people out of jail and giving people their free money, oh baby, we love Trump. We need him back in office.
Yeah, that a little bit of free money goes a long way.
We need him back. Cause baby, them checks.
Yeah.
Oh yes, them stimulus checks, Trump. We miss you.
That's like Whoa Vicky. She's always talking about Trump. You see her ever?
I like Trump. No, I ain't never seen Whoa Vicky.
She's funny.
I love Trump though. He funny to me. Like I used to watch his not interviews, like him talking to people. He used to be calling people fat.
Yeah.
He just bold.
Wow.
He funny. Like we need people like him.
And she also talks about Donald Trump.
Hey, do you think more people are going to support Trump now in the hood or no?
Yeah, they support him in the hood. Cause at first I don't think people was with him like they thought he was racist, saying little and against women. But once he started getting black people out of jail and giving people their free money, oh baby, we love Trump. We need him back in office.
Yeah, that a little bit of free money goes a long way.
We need him back. Cause baby, them checks.
Yeah.
Oh yes, them stimulus checks, Trump. We miss you.
That's like Whoa Vicky. She's always talking about Trump. You see her ever?
I like Trump. No, I ain't never seen Whoa Vicky.
She's funny.
I love Trump though. He funny to me. Like I used to watch his not interviews, like him talking to people. He used to be calling people fat.
Yeah.
He just bold.
Wow.
He funny. Like we need people like him.
And she also talks about Donald Trump.
Okay, so now she was sitting up here trying to deny that she was ever sitting up here endorsing Trump at all, but you see the evidence of her saying how much she loved Trump. So there was a clip that resurfaced of her saying that she need Trump back in office. Now I think it's something else up here. I think that's about it. But however, here's the thing with that. I don't know why she's under fire for supporting Trump because first things first, I would never, ever, ever sit up here and look to Sexyy Red for any type of endorsement and see who she's voting for in the political sense. I would never look to Sexyy Red for any of that. So I don't understand why anybody feels any kind of way about what she decides that she wants to do. That girl probably don't even vote. She probably don't even vote. Who would take anything that she say seriously? That's number one. And number two, I'm sorry, I'm a little congested. But who would take her seriously and who would take her at her word about anything? And then she's one of them same ignorant ass folks. Cause like I told y'all before, I remember being at work and it was a guy that I really, 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 really respected that I worked with. And he gonna flat out say, I'm voting for Trump. And I'm like, well, why you voting for Trump? He gonna look at me and say, well, I'm voting for Trump because he did more for black folks than Obama did. And I'm like, what exactly did Trump do for black people besides give y'all black asses a free check? What did he do? What exactly did he do that was so for black people? That's what I'm trying to understand. I don't understand the black people that go up for the likes of Trump. I never understand it. I never get why they be going up for Trump so hard. And like I said before, I remember seeing even on Facebook, I remember seeing a girl that I really, really like, and she was on there talking about I'm gonna need for Trump. I'm gonna need Big Daddy Trump back. I'm gonna need Big Daddy Trump back because he gave us checks. He gave us a fat check and gave us this and gave us that. And I'm like, girl, really? So this is what you give a fuck about. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just think that it's so ignorant and so crazy that people really think like that. And I don't even get into politics. let's be honest. I don't even get into politics like that, really at all. But bitch, listen. You mother sitting up here trying to vote for Obama. I mean, not for Obama. You mother sitting up here voting for Trump. Trump don't give a fuck about you. Trump not trying to help you. Trump ain't trying to put no money in your pocket. Trump is looking out for those that are already wealthy, that 1% that got money. Trump don't give a fuck about none of our motherfucking asses. He don't care about us. So why is any of y'all trying to vote for Trump, but sitting up here saying that Obama didn't do shit for us? Please. Trump gave you one check. One check. Or two. One check. And y'all swear he did something for black folks. Like, please get up out of here. Like, please get the fuck up out of here. That's all I'm saying. It's crazy for me. Let me see. People got more financial assistance under the Biden administration than they did this the Trump. Exactly. But you can't tell these people nothing. Can't tell these folk nothing. But anyway, we're gonna move on to the next thing, y'all. And the next thing, the next one is these two right here, Meghan James and Winter Blanco. Okay, now I'm sure you guys don't give not two shits about these folks here, but I thought it was an interesting look at this only because of the fact that if you are Bad Girls Club fan, you know who both of these folks are. I'm pretty sure those of you that watch me, y'all know what Bad Girls Club is because I used to review it a long time ago. But both of these girls came from Bad Girls Club, right? With Meghan coming from Bad Girls Club 6 and Winter coming from Bad Girls Club 16. No, she came from Bad Girls Club 9. I'm sorry, season 9. So Winter Blanco, who's known for being a bully on Bad Girls Club, she went live and she was crying about her veneers and how they've affected her life and ruined her life. And Meghan James came out and she said some things about it. And, Winter also said some things. But we're going to start it off with the video that Winter Blanco posted about the veneers. We're going to get into that first and then we're going to move along. Let's get into it, y'all.
And it's so embarrassing to come crying on the internet, but this stuff that I have been dealing with for 2 years because of my freaking teeth is like I don't even know what to do anymore, and like the only place I can really go to is my platforms. As everybody pretty much knows, 2 years ago I had dental work done at Smile Dental Center 32 in Miami, and it ruined my life. Like literally ruined my life. And I'm still dealing with it to this day. And I just left another doctor, another TMJ doctor. This is the 3rd or 4th one that I've gone to. And I'm just very overwhelmed. Like, the medical industry, the dental industry in America is like, I know that I look crazy and it's so embarrassing to come crying on the internet, but the stuff that I have been dealing with for 2 years.
Now, it's another video out there. It's a longer video, actually. I'm trying to see if I can find it because I know I watched the whole thing at the barbershop on Twitter, honey. Okay, because I had some things that I wanted to say about this shit too. Okay, so let me go and see where it is. Let me see if I can find it because it was a very interesting video. Very interesting, very interesting, very interesting. It may not even be on my page. Let me look. It may not be on my page. I don't see it here. Okay, no, it ain't on here. Now, hold on. Hold on, you guys. Let's see. I know I can find it. Okay, here we go. This is the full one. Okay, let's get into it. Hold on, wait a minute, y'all. Wait a minute. Let me pull it up. Hold on now. Why is it doing that? Come on, girl. Okay, there we go. All right, y'all. I got the full thing so y'all can get the full thing. Okay, let's get into it.
So embarrassing to come crying on the internet. But the stuff that I have been dealing with for 2 years because of my freaking teeth is like, I don't even know what to do anymore. And like, the only place I can really go to is my platforms. As everybody pretty much knows, 2 years ago, I had dental work done at Smile Dental Center 32 in Miami, and it ruined my life. Like, literally ruined my life. And I'm still dealing with it to this day. And I just left another doctor, another TMJ doctor. This is the 3rd or 4th one that I've gone to. And I'm just very overwhelmed. Like, the medical industry, the dental industry in America is like, they literally do not care about what you are going through. Like, everything is about money for them. And like, I understand like people have to get paid, but it's like the fact that like I can't do anything. Like, I can't use insurance. I can't do anything. I've already spent $80,000 pretty much on this whole situation in 2 years. And I go to another TMJ doctor because I have severe TMJ now because of the veneers that Smile Dental Center did. They lost my bite. I have severe TMJ. I got my teeth redone. It didn't fix it. That was another $30,000. It's just like, I just had an appointment and like, you know, they're telling me like, okay, we could do this. And it, you know, it could be a big money pit, and, you know, it could be, you know, another 80K, and, you know, it might not work. Like, I've spent so much money with so many doctors just praying that something works for me, and nothing works. Nothing ever works. I don't know what to do anymore. Like, I can't even sue the freaking dentist. Every time I come on here telling my story about what happened, which is a crazy ass story, I'm like, just sue. Why don't you sue? If I could sue, that would be the first thing I'm doing, but I can't do that. It's not possible. Like, can't sue for my sensory issues. My sensory issues are unknown. Every time I go to a doctor, they've never heard of it. And you can't prove that they gave you these issues because there's no way to diagnose it specifically. Like, it's just a whole thing. They offered to give me my money back within the first year, and I told them no, so that I could bring awareness, because like, people are just like, you know, out there getting veneers and whatever the case may be. Like, my life is literally ruined because I got my teeth redone. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, I'm constantly in pain. I can't even close my mouth properly. I have to wear a retainer every single day, 24/7 pretty much, to even close my mouth comfortably. No bite adjustments can fix it. Nothing. I've done 100 bite adjustments. I've gone to 10 different dentists, 4 different TMJ doctors. I've done integrative medicine. I've done acupuncture. I've done everything you could possibly. I've done hypnosis. I've literally done everything you could possibly do to try to fix these issues. I've been called crazy by my primary care doctor at Kaiser. They told me to see a therapist because I'm what I'm going through. At this point, like, I just don't know what to do. I'm in severe pain. I've gotten freaking masseter Botox twice. My fucking face is slimmed the fuck out. Like, I look crazy as fuck because I'm in pain 24/7. It's just, I guess my only thing is just don't get fucking veneers, and know that like something like this can ruin your life, like literally. And quite frankly, I'm not giving nobody else 80 fucking bands. Like, no, I'm not doing it. Like, the fact that these people are so like, just everything is so money driven, and like I understand, but it's like this shit is like really medical for me. Like, why does nobody care about people in chronic pain without you having to fucking spend 80 bands twice? Like, that's crazy as fuck to me.
So that was Winter Blanco, basically talking about her issues with her teeth and her veneers and things like that, right? So that was the original video. So what we're gonna do now is go into
Don't feel bad.
where it came from. Well, that's the original video. So we're gonna go into where it came down with Meghan James and what she said, and then Winter claps back. And then once we get into those two things, then I'm gonna give you my opinion. So let's go ahead and get into that. Let me put that up here, and here we go.
A lot of people don't feel bad for her. Am I surprised?
Meghan, I really do appreciate this video, and
Unpopular opinion, I do kind of feel bad for Winter. You know, Winter Blanco, the one that was on Bad Girls Club, that recently just dropped a story about how she has TMJ and veneers ruined her life, even though I have veneers in my life. It's perfect. But like in the past couple of days, I've seen like a lot of like controversial, I don't want to call it controversial, but it's been on the blogs that like a lot of people don't feel bad for her. Am I surprised? No. Yes, me and Winter have had like our beefs in the past. I don't really have anything against Winter anymore. But like it's really hard to feel bad for people who are like always in drama, like always have something going on. I mean, I suffer with that myself. Like I be going through stuff and I like vent on social media and people rarely feel bad for me because they're like, you're a mean girl, you're a bitch. I'm also a human. Unpopular opinion, I do kind of feel bad for Winter.
I know you're thankful for this one that I'm about to make. I'm thankful every day that there's women out there like you who show me that I'm a real ass bitch. I appreciate the DM that you sent me yesterday. Here it is. Hey girl, I'm not being messy or shady towards you in any way. Really do feel bad about your da-da-da. Hope you find a solution, blah, blah, blah. I also want to thank you for your TikTok follow that I've never followed back. I really do appreciate the support. I just love when women can come together and be real. And I support you on your journey of getting clean because you're so much more level-headed and you're so much more genuine. Because remember when we used to be friends and you crossed me up and did some uber duper weird stuff? I do. And also, I just want to really thank you because you showed me that this is the exact reason why I'm not, haven't been, and never will.
A lot of people don't feel bad for her. Am I surprised?
Okay, so she kind of went off on Meghan, and I don't think anybody really cares about this story at all, but I just felt the need to talk about it because I got my teeth done, right? So here's the thing. I feel like I can talk about it because I got my teeth done. The problem with some of y'all is that y'all go to places that where y'all ain't got no business going to go and get your teeth done instead of going to a doctor, going to a dentist, going to somebody who y'all know is going to do right. But y'all want to go the cheap route. Now, for me, I got my teeth done, right? Most of y'all know that. Most of y'all that's been watching me, y'all know that I got my teeth done as well. I get these questions all the time. Are they veneers? No. Are they dentures? No. What I did was I went to my dentist, Dr. Ruth Morgan. Thank you. Went to my dentist. She did a consultation first, and she told me what they would do. Now, what you see are crowns. Okay, that's what I got done. All this at the top, these are all crowns. Which I had to get. My two front teeth, they were both cracked. Well, actually, my front four were all cracked. So I had to get a root canal first for one of the teeth at the front that were cracked. very severely. I had to get a root canal first. And then I got buildups put in my mouth. And then after I had the buildups in my mouth for over a year, I then went and then you know what I'm saying? They went and they drill, cut the teeth down at the top, gave me temporary crowns. They gave me temp crowns to put at the top. So then 2 weeks later, they took the temp crowns out, and then that's where they put the crowns in. So then they had to shave the teeth at the bottom, some of them down at the bottom, so I could bite correctly. And that's what I did. So I did not get any veneers. I got crowns. They were drilled in my mouth, and I can't pull them out if I wanted to. So yes, I have crowns, no veneers. So and I'm glad I don't have them. And even when you got crowns in your mouth, you do have to live your life in a different way. And what I mean by live your life in a different way, there are certain things that you can still eat certain things, but you want to be certain that you don't get teeth up. You know what I mean? So I eat a lot of things on the side of my mouth. Like I don't bite directly at the front and things like that. Like I bite them on the side of my mouth. You know what I mean? So you got to be careful with some of the things that you get. You know what I mean? With that you eat and things like that. So Scotty, these were multiple appointments for procedures over an extended period of time. Exactly, they were. So let me tell you how it all began. Right, it began like this. I got my first consultation in April of 2019. At the time, I did not have any insurance. Kroger offers insurance for their workers. They've offered it for many years, but for whatever reason, I would wait too late to do my benefits enrollment, my enrollment benefits. I would do it so late to the point to where I wouldn't be able to get it. So I wasn't able to get my teeth done right then like I wanted to. So then at the end of 2019, it was time for the benefit enrollment, and I hurried up and I did it once it was time to, because I had a plan. I said, I'm getting my teeth done in 2020. So the pandemic started, shit was closed, and I went in July and I went to go and see my Dr. Morgan after a year after my consultation. So what she did was at the very beginning, she started on the first. She started on these first at the top, my two front teeth. She started on those. She did the root canal first. Now, at first, I was walking around with one big ass tooth sitting at the top of my mouth, and the other one was still cracked. I had to walk around like that for 5 days. But the thing about it was, we were wearing masks at the time, so that pretty much helped me. That pretty much helped me out with it. Y'all didn't get to see that. Like if y'all go back and look at my videos in like the end of June, early July 2020, I was doing my reviews with a mask on. Like I had the mask on, like covering up my mouth because I had one big old tooth sitting up at the top of my mouth. And then the very next week, they put the other one in there. So they were all buildups. By August, they put the third buildup in. And then by September, they put the fourth in. So I was walking around with buildups. By January of 2021, she did my root canals on the side. She did these. So I didn't get them done, the other work done right away. So then we go back into January of 2022. And that's where we start the work that you see now. It started with the front four. I got my crowns put in. But first of all, I didn't get the crowns put in right away. Let's start out there. What they did was they started off the process. They started, they broke down my fours. And then what they did after that, they put on temporary crowns at the top of my mouth because I was going to be bald mouth if I didn't have them. So they put them at the top of my mouth. And then I had to keep that at the top of my mouth for 2.5 weeks until my crowns were ready. Once my crowns were ready, they took off the temporary crowns and then they put in the ones that you see. So that's what you see now are all crowns at the top. These are crowns. These are like all that is crowns at the top. And then they, they did what they did at the bottom of my mouth. They shaved my teeth at the bottom down some so I could have a good bite. So that's what you see. So when people ask me, what did you do to your teeth? They were not veneers, they were crowns. Somebody said, I know you cried in the chat. No, absolutely not. I was numbed down. They numb my mouth so you don't feel a thing when they do that. So you can hear the drilling. You can hear the drilling, but you don't feel it because they numb the fuck out of you. Like when I walked up out that dentist, my mouth was heavy as hell, so I couldn't feel shit. So yeah, I didn't feel any pain when they did what they did to my mouth. So what I will say is by me having these teeth, it does in a sense kind of it does kind of alters the way I speak and the way I hold my mouth because I was so used to holding my mouth a certain way at first. But and I'm still trying to learn. Okay, you got your teeth done. You got your teeth done, so that's the reason why you holding you need to stop holding your mouth like that. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. So yeah. I mean, happy tears because I have them too. Girl, listen, I did. Like, you don't understand. My teeth were like the biggest insecurity that I had. Like, imagine getting here in front of all these people doing these videos and just seeing the things that people will say about my mouth. Like, they were terrible. Even my old videos, I'd be so tempted to take the motherfuckers down because of that. You know what I'm saying? So but I go back and I watch them and I see the growth and I see, everything that has changed over the while and things like that. So yeah. So I don't have any veneers. These are all crowns. And I would suggest that people go and get crowns. And crowns are not cheap. I can attest to that. Crowns are not cheap. Now, although I do have dental insurance, they can only pay for so much. So, what happens is with my insurance, they pay the mass majority of it, but at the same time, I would have to pay for the rest. So yeah, every time I got paid from Kroger, they get their money from me. So not only did I have bills to pay like Comcast, Kenton Municipal Utilities or AT&T for my phone and stuff, I also had a teeth bill to pay. I had to pay for these every week. So yes, they're not cheap at all. So yeah. But I do feel bad for her though. She was a bully. She was a bully ass muff. But I do feel bad for her because we go through a lot to get the perfect smile and get the smile that we want and things like that. But y'all got to stop going to these places and getting these cheap ass veneers because they're not worth it. Like, I thank God for my crowns every day. I don't play about my teeth. That's why I don't get into no physical altercations with people. You know what I mean? That's why when people try to fight me and shit, I tell them point blank, let me tell you something. I ain't scared of your ass, but I'm not fighting you because I pay good money on these teeth. I pay a teeth bill every fucking week on these. I spend a lot of money on these. You're not gonna hit me in my mouth and fuck my mouth up. That's what you're not finna do. So I'm not fighting a soul. Because the first thing you bitches gonna try to do is hit me in my mouth, and it ain't gonna happen. Period. So yes, let me see. I refuse to accept that. That's why you are. I'm telling you, I was wearing a mask. That's when we first started the dental work. I was wearing that mask for about a couple of days. I had that mask in my mouth. I had it covering up my mouth. As a matter of fact, hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. I do you one better. Where we at? I do you one better. Let me see some here. Where we at? Let me show y'all some real quick. Hold on. Do y'all see that? That was the sixth. No, as a matter of fact, that was the fifth episode of the Prelude, which aired when? On July the 1st, 2020. Y'all see that, right? Y'all see that, right? That was me with a mask on my mouth. Okay. I put that mask on my mouth due to the fact that we had just started dental work and I had one big tooth at the front of my damn mouth. One big one at the front of my mouth. Because I was not finna walk around. I was not finna walk around with no goddamn one big tooth sitting at the top of my damn mouth. Okay, that's why I was walking around doing videos with the mask on because I wasn't aware that you could do videos off camera and things like that. So, no, that's what you can see. And as you can see, this was the episode of the Prelude where me and Jamar brought our straight best friends on the show. As you can see, that's my talking ass straight friend on the side of me, Javaris. And I forgot what Jamar's friend name was, but that's why I had that mask on. I had just started my dental work back then. Just started. And I was still Mr. Still Standing then. I had not changed my name to Scotty by Nature yet. I was still Mr. Still Standing back then. So there we go. Now y'all see it for yourselves. And yes, I do have an electric toothbrush. That's how I brush my teeth. Nothing more, nothing less. I definitely have it. Hold on, you guys. Give me 1 second. All right. So I think I've said enough about this. I think y'all probably be bored by this teeth conversation, but I had to tell y'all. I had to tell y'all about it. Just so you guys can understand. Like I've gone this was like a 3-year journey with getting my teeth done. Like this was like a 3-year journey. 3 years. Like didn't nobody just slap these motherfuckers in my mouth. This was a 3-year journey. I love your personality. I rarely ever comment, but I watch. Thank you. Too Feisty is a hot mess. Okay. She's a hot mess. Why everybody want to call me while I'm filming? Jesus. Okay, there we go. Nah, Scotty, I'm not bored. I didn't realize how much dental work we had in common. Right. Like, I remember when I first told Bando that I got my teeth done, and he did not believe me. He did not believe me at all. He argued me up and down, telling me, no, you did not. Yes, I did. Like, he did not believe me. But he said they look good. You know what I mean? So, will there be a panel tonight? No panel tonight. No panel. The Whether You Like It or Not panel is on hiatus officially. But we'll get more into that down the line because me and Really B were talking and we were just trying to figure out what else we could do with the panel because we don't know when Potomac coming on and we don't know when Atlanta coming on. And that's exactly what this panel caters to. So we don't know right now, but we're gonna see. Hello, Scotty. I agree with that comment, but where can I find that video you just had up? I would like to watch it. It's in my playlist. If you want to watch that particular video that I just had up, go to my playlist, go find the prelude with Scotty and Jamar, and go to the prelude episode 5, and you'll find it. Trust me. Scotty, smile for them one more time. Okay, y'all. There it is. I spent a lot of money on that. But that's about it on that. I could talk about teeth and things like that all day. Thank you, Too Feisty. If you want to see that video, Too Feisty, I already got the playlist down for you, all right? So make sure you guys get into it, y'all. So we're going to go ahead and move on to the next thing. I enjoyed having that conversation with you guys. Next topic is Karlissa and Joseline Hernandez. Now, for those of you who don't know, Karlissa and Tokyo Tony and somebody else, I don't know who else is on this podcast with them, but all of them got all of them got a podcast together. I think that Zeus got them. And so Joseline was one of the first guest appearances on this podcast. So apparently after the podcast appearance was over with, Joseline took to social media to talk shit about what went down. Okay, Tia Kemp. So it's Tia Kemp, Karlissa, and Tokyo Tony. The three of them got a podcast that Zeus gave them. So then, after, I guess Joseline was the first one to be on there, right? So after the appearance, Joseline comes up and she goes to social media and she says, "So proud of myself. You old aunties thought I was sweet, but you sat on the sidelines on your own shit. Never come for a flower that grows through concrete or one that has built an immortal empire. Thank you and good night. Stay tuned. Wearing the latest per usual." Okay. So that was Joseline taking shots at the aunties of this podcast, right? Now, Karlissa responded to what Joseline said on said podcast. She went live to go in on Joseline, which she deserved it, honey. She really did. So we're going to get into that. And then we're going to look at that. And I think it comes from 9mag TV. They had it. So we're going to go into that. But I know that the Zeus Network T, they also had it. So what I'm going to do is I'm probably just going to go to Zeus Network T, stay over there and get it from them. Okay, so let's get into it because Karlissa clapped back. So let's get into that.
Makeup with your funky under armpits smelling like a goddamn dog. You sat your on that motherfucking couch, my couch, auntie's couch, and you continued your motherfucking view right in front of me. So we appreciate you for pulling up. We do. And how you really should have came was, hold on, I'm gonna make sure I get it all out in one breath. How you really should have came was thanking us for coming on to the same network as you so we can continue to provide for that bullshit ass show you got. You don't know what the doing, that's why it's what you tried to do was come on that show talking about other motherfuckers subliminally and telling us we can't talk about this and we can't talk about that, but you was gonna throw shots at a motherfucker. Do that at Auntie's house. We don't come to Auntie's house and throw shots at a motherfucker and hide our hand. Tried to come talk about somebody, and meanwhile my daughter is on that show. So I wasn't finna let you punk a show that my daughter is rocking with right now. I would have been a hypocrite. So if you was trying to throw, I don't know who, the Puerto Rican crackhead. That's all I know. That's all I know. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay. Thank you for pulling up, bitch. You sat on my couch, you did. And if you was a real bitch, you would have got up and left that motherfucker. But you in that $2 dress needed this promo because you know this shit is about to be legit, the best shit you ever seen in your motherfucking life. And you wanted to be first on it. I let you sit on the couch because I'm an EP on that bitch. I'm not a guest on the show. You a guest on the show. So take your $2 dress and your fucked up makeup and go somewhere and sit the fuck down. And so we can pay for your shit. And what you should have did was thanked us. You coming on aunties and shit wasn't sweet. Bitch, you was sweet as a motherfucker. You kept sitting there. Because if a motherfucker would have drew me and made me my trauma pop up, I'd have walked the fuck off that bitch. You wouldn't have seen me no more. But what you did was you ran to the back. You got your little attention. You tried to act like, oh my God, I'm the Puerto Rican crackhead and they're doing this and they're doing that. And then you sat your motherfucking ass back on that couch. Now, when y'all go watch this episode, see if I'm motherfucking lying, and I'm still gonna collect your check. Your motherfucking raggedy ass shut. Now go run tell that. You got the right one today, motherfucker, just like I showed you on that set. You ain't get jiggy with me like you do everybody else because you know I'm the auntie not to play with. Thank you for staying. I appreciate you. I hope your shit go up with our shit, and I hope that promo help your black ass out. That up hair and that up makeup with your funky under armpits smelling.
Now, let's be real. I don't like Karlissa at all. She is annoying, and I feel like she's a whole clout chaser. She clout chasing off her rabbit-ass son. But I just got to say that I am so glad that somebody is going to fuck off on Joseline. I can't stand Joseline, number one. And number two, she always calling somebody old and calling somebody auntie. Girl, you an auntie too. You auntie age your motherfucking self. Let's be real. Ain't you in your 40s now? Let's be honest. Are you or are you not in your 40s? Aren't you 40? Because I'm 35. And when Love and Hip Hop Atlanta first came out, I was 23. And I know you are at least 5 or 6 years older than I am. So if I'm 35, I know you 40. So how the fuck you calling somebody auntie? I don't give a what you do. You still are auntie yourself. So stop calling everybody else auntie. Shit, I'm uncle age my damn self. I'm an uncle. For real, for real. I got 2 nephews and a niece. I am an uncle for real. Auntie. Auntie. I'm just saying. Like, Joseline is dumb. And I'm really disappointed that people like myself has made her dumb ass be popular, made her dumb ass be famous, made her dumb ass feel like she could sit up here and talk crazy and crap to everybody else. And she sits up here and she brags about that trash ass show that she runs, which is Joseline's Cabaret, and it ain't worth the damn. It ain't doing nothing for no motherfucking body. I'm sick of Joseline. I'm tired of Joseline. She needs to go the fuck away. Honestly. You're auntie too. Stop calling everybody auntie. So we're going to move on to the very last story of the night. Well, the evening rather. And that is Cardi B versus Beia. Okay. Let's get into that because Cardi B decided to take the Instagram and call Beia out on her shit. She dragged Beia in a record with Glorilla and Megan Thee Stallion, the Wannabe remix. She went in on her verse and she took to social media to address her once again. So we're going to get into that. And then we're going to get into Beia as well, in my opinion. And then we're going to be up out of here. So let's get into it.
Now you addressing me. So when you address me and it's not a sub, I'm going to address you. So I got her number. And I called her, right? I called her and I recorded it because you just never know with these hoes. I recorded it. And I'm not even going to lie. The conversation started very nasty. It started very nasty, very aggressive. I was coming at her and she was coming at me. But then I called her back because and look, I ain't lying. I got the whole conversation. I could put the whole 35 minutes up. Like, I have the whole conversation.
Because you saying that I'm copying you. And also, this is my thing though, right?
Yeah. The conversation started real nasty, right? It started real nasty. And then I called her back because I'm so appalled at the fact that she thinks that I'm copying her song. Like, what? I've been did it before you put it out. And then Enough, which she thinks that I copy her ad-libs and whatever the fuck, something with the beat. It's like, girl, this is the day that I called her, and we ended up the conversation on a very great note. We ended the conversation on a great note. So I sent her, I don't know if y'all see this. The date is April 14, 2022. This is when I first received the beat for Enough, right? And I sent it to her. So this when I first received the beat for Enough. And this is when I first recorded. I don't make fun of me, y'all. I sounded chap. I was putting I recorded Enough on May 18, 2022. I want y'all to see the date. I recorded Enough May 18. The first time I ever put my vocals, May 18, 2022. Okay. So, you know, I really wanted to prove to her that, like, yo, I never copied you. I never anything. So, you know, on that conversation, we ended up very well. She told me, like, what was her issues with me? And I told her, like, well, I never really have an issue with you and whatever. The conversation ended up great. It started off nasty and then it ended great. All right, cool. So fast forward a couple of weeks later and everything, some girl from Atlanta, she's me and Offset's friend. She's me and Offset's friend, and she hit somebody up from my team, like, yo, she hit somebody up from my team, like, yo, there's this rumor going around that there's like a tape of Cardi, like a sex tape of Cardi. And I was like, me? Impossible, bitch. Impossible. There's none. I'll pay. I told him, like, it's like a sex tape of me. I'll pay somebody $1 million cash. I wouldn't even wire it. I'll cash it. Don't even send it to my phone. Don't send it to my phone. Put it on social media. Put it out. Put it out. Because I know me. Y'all know me. And everything. And she threw slugs at me at the song. And it's like, oh, that's what you wanted to do. Okay, nasty. That's what you wanted to do. You wanted some type of beef with me. That's what you wanted. Okay. So I know that too. You got your 10,000 fucking streams. Congratulations. Good for you. I ignored it. Whatever. And I want to make this very clear. Before, like, what came out, I have never subbed this girl, never subbed her, never dissed her on a song, never played her. I don't know her like that. I never had an issue with her. So y'all could go up and down Twitter's, Instagram, never subbed her. Y'all could hear all my songs. I never subbed her, never this. I never had an issue with the bitch. So, like I said, fast forward, she threw slugs on me on a song and everything. And it's like, oh, this is what it was about. You wanted to start some type of beef with me type shit. I ignored it too. I ignored it in it. Now you addressing me. So when you address me and it's not a sub, I'm gonna address you. So I got her number. And I called her, right? I called her and I recorded it because you just never know with these hoes. I recorded it. And I'm not even gonna lie. The conversation started very nasty. It started very nasty, very aggressive. I was coming at her and she was coming at me. But then I called her back because, and look, I ain't lying. I'm lying. I got the whole conversation. I could put the whole 35 minutes up. Like, I have the whole conversation. Because you saying that
Okay, so then after that, the live, Beia went live and she played the diss record that she made about Cardi. Now, I'm not sure if I can play that. I'm not sure. But what I will do is go over to Armand's because he did post some of the shit that was said in the record. So here we go. Armand posted one of the lyrics off the records that said, Cardi Crown IG. Catch another two cause you couldn't catch a beat. Do I beef with you or do I beef with Party? You've been scraping projects since 2019. Oh shit. I ain't gonna lie. Um, that was crazy. Okay, Bill. Then they said, I thought you was for the culture. You just trying to ride the wave. You should be at home with your kids because you speak like second grade. Damn. Okay, Bill. Let me see what else. Said I wasn't really her, and then they imitated. So then that's when they said this tweet was 4 days ago in lyrics to 310 Baby Back It Up featuring me. Why are you posting this together? Girl, you love a reach, Armand, please. Okay. So Armand says this is the part I can't take, and now we're here. Child, stop playing with me. Okay, and let me see. Okay, I think everything else is about Jaguar Wright. You know, I watched some of that interview as well. Y'all know I'm a big Armand fan. I watch all his shit. Y'all know this already. Okay. So, let's get on into it. Now, Cardi B is nobody's rapper. Cardi B is an entertainer at best. Okay? As a person that bought her first album, Invasion of Privacy, because I like the shit. You know, Big and Head, you know, Ring, all that shit. Love it, honey. Love it. However, Beia. Never cared for Beia. Never liked Beia. None of that bullshit. Never cared for Beia. Never liked her. I always thought her flow was just so. She just sounded like she was tired and yawning and shit. Like the only song I know by Beia is this record that she did with Nicki. It's a whole lot of money in this muff. That's the only song I know. That's the only record I know by her. And apparently that record didn't even have Nicki on there beforehand. So I didn't know the song until she put Nicki on it. I never cared for Beia. But this whole beef between Cardi and Beia is so random. And it all goes back to what I've been saying for the longest time. When it's hip hop, yeah, there's going to be competition. There's going to be beef. It's always been that. It's even that on YouTube. But see, the thing about me is that I don't get involved in the bullshit because I ain't got nothing to prove to not a soul on this bitch. Because I done paid my dues and I see my award back there. I won awards for my shit. I'm an award-winning YouTuber. I don't give a what no bitch got to say about Scotty by Nature TV because I've worked very hard to get to where the fuck I'm at. And I can be farther than where I'm at. But I choose to do things my way. I've been able to do all the shit that some of the shit that I've wanted to do. I interview Armand, I interview Candy, I'm interviewing reality stars. I'm able to do what I want to do. So, yes, I'm not going to get on here and beef and go back and forth with no motherfucking body, period. Okay? So, that's one thing. But that's what it is. When you're in this game, there is competition. There's people who's not going to like you, and there's people that's going to use you for clout. Now, when it comes down to Beia, I just feel like this because she's been under Nicki since 2019. Since Nicki did that whole lot of money record with her, she's been under Nicki. She's been team Nicki. And I feel like whoever Nicki don't like, that's who they don't like. And what I mean by that's who they don't like, it's just clear to me that there's the female rap game is split the fuck up into two groups of people, right? There's team Nicki, Beia, JT, Akbar, who don't count. Katie got bands, who don't count. Malibu Mitch, who don't count. They're all team Nicki. Then on this side, you got team Cardi, right? You got Glorilla, you got Meg, you got Lotto. They all over there with Cardi. So all this shit is split the fuck up at this point. It's all split up. It's clear to see. And it don't even have to be like that. Now, I'm not the one that love to sit up here and say, oh, we need female rap unity. We need it. I ain't saying all that, but I want to see another ladies' night. I want to see that. Don't you think that it would be amazing to see a lot of today's female rappers get on a track together, do a record together, put it on iTunes, put it on Spotify, do a whole video for it to see how nice it would be? Like, I would love to see Cardi, Meg, Lotto, Cardi, Meg, Lotto, Glorilla, and probably Gloss Up or somebody. Do a track together, do a little ladies' night record. I want to see that. I want to see them all come together, put a record together, do a video, do all that. I want to see that. Ladies' night was one of a kind, and I love seeing like all female rap collabs. Those are the best things. Like, I remember like when you know, when Brandy did the I Want to Be Down remix, and she had like MC Light, and she had Queen and Yo-Yo on the record. And then Total had the No One Else remix, where it was Kim, Foxy, Da Brat. Like, she had all them on the record. And then, you know, Lil' Kim turns around and she did a record, put Angie, put Lisa Left Eye, put Missy on the record with her and Da Brat. And it was everything. You know what I'm saying? It was everything. And these records are still classic. So I want to see these girls do that. The last batch is smart. They helping each other numbers. That's why they don't do featuring. Now they do so-and-so. Meghan putting bongos on her album, apparently, and I love that they are doing that. Right. Like it's even with YouTubers. Like, I feel like when I came into the game, we didn't have the ability to really collaborate with one another because we would have to be in the same room. Like, there was no StreamYard. There was none of that when we were all coming up. And the only person that I would do collaborations with was Justin. And that's because, well, King of Reeds. And that's because we were friends and he would always come down here to visit and hang out with me. That's the only reason why we would always do collabs together. But now we got StreamYard and we can do collabs whenever we want to. I do you one better. Right now we're filming Who Was Wrong 3. I was going to wait to tell y'all this, but Alexander Rogers is on the roster for Who Was Wrong 3. I'm just waiting on him to confirm his day that he can film, but he's doing Who Was Wrong this time around. I'm very excited about that. I'm so excited about working with Alexander Rogers. I worked with him before. He was on a Whether You Like It or Not panel, but I'm very excited about doing that with him. Not only is he doing it, Ashley and Miller is doing it too. So those are your two people that I named, okay? Alex and Ashley Miller are both doing Who Was Wrong 3, okay? They're both doing Who Was Wrong 3 with me this time around. Very happy about that. And even right after this live, I got to get prepared for 2 collaborations tonight because I'm filming Young, Fresh, and New tonight. So I'm all for collabs. Like, I love collaborating with people. I love doing work with people because I feel like it helps everybody when you collab. It puts people in front of certain audiences that they probably would not be in front of if you didn't work with them. Like, that is it. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Child, this is the gayest I've seen you look for the Pride Month, bitch. Oh my God! T is so funny. But I love my bitch, though. Shout out to T. Shout out to T, okay? But I love doing collab. That's the reason why you see these panels. That's the reason why you see stuff like Who Was Wrong. That's the reason why you see stuff like Young, Fresh, and New. That's all for doing collabs. Like, me and T do collabs all the time. Me and JoJo do collabs all the time. We all do collabs all the time with one another. So it is what it is. Have you ever thought about doing up and coming artists of the LGBT? Yeah, I have. Tremel is one, Carl is one, Bando is one, Eli Liberty is one, DJ is one. And we actually interviewed, me and Jamar did, DJ and Eli Liberty. We've interviewed up and coming artists of the LGBTQ. We have done that before. So I feel like we should do it again. We should, we kind of revamping the prelude again. As we all know, the prelude is tomorrow. We're interviewing Seven Deep tomorrow. So that's another thing. And plus, me and Bando doing music content this summer. Like, we're doing stuff. So I always love it when people come together to collaborate. I love that. And I want to see these girls do a record. I want to see another ladies' night. That would be good for the girls. I would love to see that. But these girls are so fucking catty. They're so catty that they don't want to do shit with each other. And that's very unfortunate, to be honest. Like, there are some YouTubers that don't want to collaborate with people because I wouldn't say that they are I wouldn't say that they are catty, but some people don't trust other YouTubers, like Armand. He is very picky and particular about who he works with. So I was very surprised when I saw Armand decide to work with me, give me the opportunity to interview him. That was very amazing. And to this day, I still appreciate him doing it for me. He didn't have to come on my channel, but he did. So I will always be appreciative of Armand. Because that's a valuable lesson to learn, because even now, I'm more picky about who I want to work with now. I scout you out. There was some people that I really wanted to work with, and I was going to bring them on the platform, do this. But then I saw how weird they were, and I'm like, I ain't working with your ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't doing it. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. Storm Monroe, he's really nice to me. He interviewed me before, and he's down for another collaboration with me. And Storm is another one of my greatest inspirations. Like, he's really nice. Like, he commented on my community wall post the other day, like congratulating me on my move and praying for me, doing all those things. So Storm is a very nice person. Like, I appreciate him and all those things. So I love Storm. And then those are the people that I named. I mean, at one point in time, even Tasha K expressed at one point in time that she wanted me to interview her. Like, she did. And I just didn't do it. I actually was going to do it at first, but then when I saw the Cardi B lawsuit, I was like, I don't know about all that. I gotta sit back for a second on that. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying all this to say that collaborations are great. But I do think that Beia is only going at Cardi because she fucked with Nicki and Nicki can't stand Cardi. And that's the only reason why Beia is even coming at Cardi the way that she is. That's the reason why. Because what is the real reason? What is the real reason for this? Like, why are you even doing this? You feel what I mean? So, absolutely not. It's all about clout. That's what this is about. And I hate that Cardi even went to social media to even go in on Beia like that. I really hate that she even had to do that when she could have just left it in a song. Even with Bando, with all the stuff that he be having going on with some of the folks that he got beef with. I always tell him, don't waste your time going live on these people. Don't waste your time making Instagram posts about these folks. Don't waste your time. Put it in your music. Let the music speak for itself. That's why you're an artist. Do it with your music. So that's how I feel about all people. So that's how I feel. That's why I love Meghan's hits, because she called out every motherfucker that gave her an issue. Period, point blank. Okay. So yeah, Beia is clout chasing, in my opinion. She coming at Cardi because she with Nicki. That's all that is. And can't nobody tell me that she not. Can't nobody tell me that she not. One more thing that I do want to say is that let me see. It's always beef in these YouTube streets. Right, but you never see me in none. You never see Scotty in none. Although the people have tried to bait me and get me into some shit, it never works. It never works. You would never catch me in no shit. If you ever catch me in some YouTube beef or ever see me responding to any YouTuber that got something to say about me, please cuss me out. Please drag me in the comments. Please do it. Because that is not my character. I've even started responding to comments. Like I've even stopped responding to the things that people say in comments. Like it's really it takes up too much energy to be doing shit like that. So if I'm gonna stop doing that, why would I even start responding to YouTube bullshit? The only way I would have to do that is if I really give a fuck and if it really, really bothers me. Okay. Remember, mango is the safe word to remind you, Scotty. Exactly. Thank you. You ain't gonna see it ever. I could have been went off on folks a long time ago, especially last year, but I ain't even do that. I'm gonna tell you like this though. T wanted me to though. T wanted me to drag folks so bad, and I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it, but he wanted me to though. But anyway, that's all I got on these folks. Be is a mess. But let me see. Scotty, you drink a lot of soda sugar drinks out of a straw. They want to say, but they tell no, not necessarily, because the only reason why I drink a lot of that stuff out of a straw is because of the fact that my dentist told me to sip everything out of a straw, whether it's juice, whether it's sodas. They told me to drink that shit out of a straw. That's what they told me. Look at T, sure did. Yes, T wanted me to go off so bad, and I never did. T is your ghetto soul sister. He is, and that's why I love him. Right. Ignore as much as possible. That's when you really win. Thank you, Parker boy. Because T gives Pisces energy, and I love it. Yes! He wanted me to snap so bad. Do you hear me? But I never did. I never did. Yes, you've come too far in your mental health. That'll take you back down that dark road. Exactly. But y'all, that's about it. That's all I got for today. I'm about to go walk up the subway and get me something to eat before I do this Young Fresh and New, because I got 2 Young Fresh and New segments to do today. So I gotta film. I'm trying to film all this shit so we can get into the jukebox. Because Sharice and Too Feisty are on my ass about the jukebox. So I'm trying to film. That's why the jukebox ain't started yet, because I'm trying to film all this shit right now so we can get to what we need to get to with this music content. So y'all should be expecting Who Was Wrong and Young Fresh and New between next week and 2 weeks from now. So yes, I'm almost done with Young Fresh and New. All I got to film now is I got to film with Ashley and I got to film with Alex. Those are the last 2 I got to film with. And I think, and now I'm doing Young Fresh and New. I got 2 of them. I already did 2 Young Fresh and New segments already. I'm doing another 2 tonight. So that's 4 of them. And I got a couple of more to go. Hopefully I'll be done with Young Fresh and New by next week. So with that being said, y'all, we're about to go ahead and get up out of here. But before we do, just know that I got some things to let you guys know about. Okay, so we're going to start it off with my cousin, and this is my blood cousin, by the way. If you're in the Jackson metro area, hit up my cousin, LaShonda Catch, and she's a realtor. And the office number, her direct contact, and the Your Community First website is right here on the screen. So make sure you guys hit up my cousin, Sean. She will get you where you need to be, honey. All right. Then, as far as the music goes, the Chasing Panels on Tremel has a brand new record out, and it is called The Everything Remix, which features Rico with a K. So make sure you guys pick that up. Carl, aka K-Star, who was also a part of the Chasing Panel, he has a brand new single out right now called Cock Goblin, and it's available right now. The video should be dropping soon. Now, Bando got 2 records out right now, and you know that I got to promote them both. Bando's current single, Nasty, the remix featuring Tay G, Alonda DeBlonde, as well as the Hood Hoes is available right now. Make sure you pick it up if you haven't. And his current single that just dropped last week, Run It Back, is also available right now on all streaming platforms. Make sure you guys purchase it right now. All right. So with that being said, this is your boy Scotty by Nature TV. Be sure to like, rate, comment, subscribe, share this video, and also click on the notification bell so you can be notified whenever video drops. And if you want to follow me on any form of social media, my Twitter, my Instagram, and my TikTok will be down below. With that being said, you guys, your boys up out of here, and I will leave you guys with a promo from King Darius Books, and I should be back for another live because there's something that happened that someone sent to me, something that Zach Campbell said, and I think I want to do a live about that later on tonight after I'm done with all my other stuff. So I will see you guys later. Bye, y'all.
What's up, everyone? It is Darius asking you to check out my newest children's book, DJ Stands on Business. Follow along as 5 friends who are entrepreneurs by the name of Pixel, Raven, a dynamic duo we can learn, and a children's book author named DJ use their entrepreneurial spirit to save money to go on a trip to Mexico. So follow along as children can learn about terms that teach them about entrepreneurship and give them the opportunity to open up the world in the adventures of friendship and entrepreneurship. You can check out my children's book, DJ Stands on Business, as well as DJ's Favorite Day and Twinkle Little Star at www.kingdariusbooks.com.